but I do not. So I thought by giving them this information, they will be lenient towards my family there. So the Messenger ﷺ said, leave him, for perhaps Allah has turned to the people who partook in Al-Badr and said, do what you will, I have forgiven you. Person went against the Prophet and the Muslims, and the Prophet ﷺ said, leave him, for perhaps Allah has turned to the people who partook in Al-Badr and said, do what you will, I have forgiven you. Muhammad Salih ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah said regarding those who don't rule by what Allah reveals, that Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhum said that the intent is the kufr which does not expel from the religion, as occurs in the saying of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, quote, reviling Muslim is sin, fusuq, and fighting him is kufr. Reviling a Muslim is sin, fusuq, and fighting him is kufr. Imam Tahawi rahimahullah said, and we do not pronounce takfir upon anyone from the people of Qibla by these sins, as long as they do not make them halal, and we do not say that one who sins, his iman is not harmed. So this is also a refutation against the Murji'ah. Imam Shawkani rahimahullah said, whoever prostrates to other than Allah out of ignorance, he does not become a disbeliever. Whoever prostrates to other than Allah out of ignorance, he does not become a disbeliever. This is found in Nailul Awtar, volume 6, page 210. So how do we apply the verses of this ayah upon those that rule by other than Allah's ruling? How is this actually to be implemented? The scholars put forth the 6 rulings upon the people that rule by other than Allah's law. The rule of Allah is the most perfect, and it befits all times. Those who rule by other than the rule of Allah, from the ruled or from the rulers, may fall into the following categories. 1. Believing that ruling by other than Allah's laws is allowed, then this is kufr. Number 2. Believing that ruling by other than Allah's rule is better than or of equal value to the rule of Allah, this is kufr. Number 3. Believing that the rule of Allah does not fit our contemporary times, then this is kufr. Number 4. Believing that the rule of Allah is the best and befits for everything, but because of weakness, lowly desire, or fear, the person rules by other than Allah's rule, then this does not take the person out of Islam. Number 5. Denying any of the rule of Allah is kufr. And lastly, number 6. This is very important. It is not left for even the student of knowledge to impute kufr on anyone, ruler or ruled, but rather to the grand and reliable scholars, following the predecessors. They are the ones who check the rules and evidences, and they are the ones who remove the impediments before making their ruling. So with that, I've come to the end, and you should know that this is just some of the mountains of evidence there is pertaining to this ayah. So I ask Allah to make it enter into the sincere hearts with certainty of those listening, and make it a benefit for them and myself. Ameen. Subhanakallahu bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.